Bilhah's background and role. Bilhah is first introduced in the Bible in Genesis chapter 29 verse 29, where she is described as the handmaid given to Rachel by her father, Laban. Rachel, the younger sister of Leah, was one of Jacob's 2 wives. In the cultural context of the time, it was common for a woman of higher social status to have a maidservant who could also serve as a surrogate in the case of infertility. Rachel, deeply distressed over her inability to bear children, followed the custom of her time by offering Bilhah to Jacob as a concubine. This act is detailed in Genesis chapter 30 verses 3 to 8, where Rachel expresses her hope to build a family through her. Bilhah subsequently bore Jacob 2 sons, Dan and Naphtali, who were considered Rachel's children according to the customs of the time. This arrangement highlights the societal and familial complexities of the ancient patriarchal system. Bilhah's children and their significance. Dan. Bilhah's first son, Dan, whose name means judge, was named by Rachel, who felt that God had judged her favorably by providing her with a son through Bilhah. Dan became the forefather of one of the 12 tribes of Israel, which played a role in the history and spiritual development of the nation. Naphtali. Bilhah's second son, Naphtali, whose name means my struggle, reflects Rachel's feelings of triumph in her competition with her sister Leah. The tribe of Naphtali would later inherit a portion of the Promised Land and make significant contributions to Israel's history. These sons, although born to Bilhah, were fully integrated into the family of Jacob and played their roles in the formation of the Israelite nation. Bilhah's challenges and later life. Bilhah's story, while central during the birth of her sons, takes a darker turn in Genesis chapter 35 verse 22, where Reuben, Jacob's firstborn son with Leah, is said to have lain with Bilhah. This act, considered a grave violation and an affront to his father Jacob, had lasting consequences. Jacob later addressed this incident in his final blessings to his sons in Genesis chapter 49 verses 3 to 4, rebuking Reuben for his lack of respect and self-control. While the Bible does not provide further details about Bilhah's life after this incident, her legacy is tied to her sons and their role in the history of Israel. Theological and moral insights. Jehovah's Witnesses view Bilhah's story within the broader context of God's unfolding purpose. Her willingness to serve Rachel by bearing children for Jacob reflects the societal norms of her time but also demonstrates the personal sacrifices made by individuals in the patriarchal system. The inclusion of Bilhah and her children in the family of Jacob underscores the inclusive nature of God's purpose. Each individual, regardless of their status, had a role in the formation of the nation that would carry God's name. The account also serves as a reminder of human imperfection and the consequences of actions within a family. Reuben's sin against Bilhah had long-term implications, highlighting the need for moral integrity and respect for family roles. Bilhah's legacy. Though her story is brief and lacks detail compared to other figures in the Bible, Bilhah's legacy lives on through the tribes of Dan and Naphtali. These tribes were part of the fulfillment of God's promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that their descendants would become a great nation. For Jehovah's Witnesses, Bilhah's account offers lessons in humility, obedience, and the importance of trusting in Jehovah's purposes even when human relationships and societal structures are flawed. Her life serves as a piece of the larger mosaic that forms the history of the Bible and God's dealings with His people. This overview of Bilhah, while not exhaustive, provides a deeper appreciation of her place in biblical history and the spiritual lessons her story imparts.